Over the last 25 years, I've helped dealerships generate over $9.7 billion in revenue and over $290 million in profit as an advertising partner. I've seen nearly every market condition, crisis, strategy. And there are a few core principles that have stood the test of time. Principles that every dealership can turn to, regardless of what the market is going through. And that's what I want to share with you today. So in today's video, you're going to learn 1, how to grow your dealership's bottom line in any market condition. 2, the under-the-radar strategies you can use to gain a competitive edge in your market. And 3, how to leverage all the new digital marketing opportunities available right now. And if this is your first time here, my name is Jim Flint. I'm the CEO and founder of Local Search Group Digital Marketing. And I'm using this channel to share all the strategies that I've learned over the years to help you grow your dealership sales. So let's dive in with one of the foundations of any successful dealership: how to use data to your advantage. You see, I worked with this dealership group in Texas that was putting a lot of money into advertising, but not getting any results. So just a few days after we started working with them, my team noticed that they were missing key demographics in their ad targeting. The mistake was costing them literally thousands of dollars every week in wasted advertising. So a few tweaks to their ad targeting completely flipped the situation on its head. The standard demo for car dealers is 25 to 55 adults. Within 3 months, we'd made the adjustments and their foot traffic increased by 40%, and sales followed. And I always say that data isn't just about numbers and graphs, it's about unlocking the full potential of your dealership. You don't need to hire a team of data specialists to do it either. With today's tools and the advancements in AI, insights like these are more accessible than ever before. Now, the thing is, many GMs and owners don't like to talk about this subject. They think it isn't their job or that their instincts for their market are enough. And I've seen this mindset lead to many missed opportunities and money that goes down the drain. The tech stack did bring us out of the automotive depression in 2009. And AI will help you retain your profitability in 2024. So let's talk about how you can do more in 2024. The thing is, real data hammered up against AI capabilities allows us to make more informed strategic decisions in an operational environment. Even more information may seem trivial, like clicks, visits, interactions, engagements on your website, but it can literally translate into more money into your pocket. AI will help you figure out what your customers want, when they want it, and how much they want it. So you might be thinking that this all sounds fancy and expensive, but it's actually the exact opposite. AI leads to smarter spending, less spending, not more spending. AI leads to more efficiencies, not less efficiencies. You'll go from burning tens of thousands of dollars on generic ads into spending thousands of dollars on more specific, highly precise campaigns that only target your best and most profitable buyers. On top of that, you'll be able to make real-time adjustments, a crucial advantage in the fast-paced automotive industry. If you can adapt your strategies on the fly, you'll be ahead of the curve. For example, all right, I want you to picture a quarterback on the football field throwing blind passes, while the other team has a playbook with all the information about where the receivers will be and how the defense will move. AI can be like that playbook for your dealership. There's another client of mine, mid-sized dealer in Texas. They're struggling with online engagement. When we looked at their audience's browsing habits, we noticed it skewed heavily towards mobile users. However, all their campaigns had heavy graphical content, which took forever to load. When we measured their speed, we recognized that Google was rerouting customers to other competitive websites that loaded more quickly. Just like Google Maps reroutes you when there's a traffic jam, well, they do the same thing with website traffic. So we changed their strategy. We lightened the graphical load. We removed the extra gadgets and adjusted their budget accordingly. A calculated shift led to a 30% increase in online engagement and a big boost in leads and sales. However, and as you likely know, it's not about the information itself, but it's about turning that information into actionable insights. That's a bulletproof way to gain more opportunities for your dealership and to drive real growth at your store. Okay, now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, which often goes hand in hand with what we just discussed: Facebook and Google Ads. You know, I recall working with a dealership that had a huge marketing budget, but they relied almost entirely on traditional advertising. When sales were slowing down, they'd throw a lot of money at radio, newspaper, TV, billboards, and they'd wait 3 days and see what was happening. It was the equivalent of trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in it. So each time they'd have to spend more in order to get the same return or less. And it was clear, ironically, to them that the situation was unsustainable. That's when they brought my team in. The first thing we did was take over their Google Ads campaign. Now, the thing is, they were already running ads, so the issue wasn't whether they were or weren't. So we dug deeper and the issue became clearer. they're running very broad campaigns targeting anybody that could click on the ad, which actually works when interest rates are low and demand is high. However, it's especially bad when the demand is low and the interest rates are high. You tell me where we are right now in 2024. We had to explain to them that we were going to use an entirely different strategy. And when they finally agreed, we created the new campaigns. Sales increased by 35% in that quarter above their forecast. Without going too deep, my all-new campaign delivered more than 150 campaign custom ads for Facebook. We delivered this by car type and by campaign type. And I think it's worth exploring that through the power of AI, with each one we utilize different ad copy, different images, and different call to actions. We figured out that AI doesn't mean one size fits all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Now you might be wondering what that strategy was, and if you can use it at your dealership too. Well, you can. The key is understanding the platforms and the two ways in which you can implement the strategies. Number one, you can take the scattershot approach and try to get as many eyes on your ads as humanly possible. By the way, can be and often is expensive. Or number two, you can be as precise as a sniper rifle and target your best buyers at the right time. If you want to win in 2024, it's time to lean in on the second option. It allows you to place your ads directly in front of people searching for your cars in your area. And it leans into the platforms by delivering the campaign types to the right types of people with the right types of messaging. And how do you know who these individuals are? By analyzing the customer trends and then the behavior that they exhibit online. This is something that's completely achievable with AI these days. And in fact, it could have been done hand to fist in a previous period, but today AI makes it imminently achievable. And once you've spent years, like I have, learning how to lever the harness and technology like our team has, you can get this done in hours instead of days. I've seen dealerships accelerate their fortunes by combining AI principles with digital advertising. And it's a simple concept. Think of it like fishing. You could cast a wide net and hope for the best, or you could learn where the fish are and what bait they're biting. That's what an AI-optimized Google Ads campaign can do for you. Now, I've worked with a lot of skeptical dealers. They don't necessarily believe in the tech stack. Some have burned a lot of money on Google and Facebook ads with nothing to show for it. But every single time that I've employed it, that type of campaign is like flipping a switch for the dealership. They notice they're hitting the right buyers with the right message at the right time. And when you do these three things, it's impossible to not get sales. All right, let me dive into my final point, which is how to leverage digital marketing opportunities. We've talked about data, we've talked about digital advertising platforms, and AI. All of those topics have one theme in common. And look, in my 25 years of experience in the industry, I believe there is a cornerstone for growth in the dealerships. I'm talking about adaptability. And a reluctance to adapt is, as you know, very common in the automotive industry. Facing new challenges and continuous learning aren't really optional anymore. Things may sound too complex or overwhelming, maybe even too good to be true. But if you're not evolving, you'll get left behind quicker than you think. Many believe that sticking to traditional methods is safer, but in the reality, this mindset is limiting your success. In this new AI age, adaptability and flexibility are your allies. For example, I worked with a dealership that was facing a plateau in their growth. We completely overhauled their approach, making sure that they had AI plugged into their advertising and their data systems and their response systems. In fact, we even implemented some of the strategies we talked about here in this video. It wasn't easy, but the results were undeniable. Within a year, their growth started to pick back up, and they saw a 25% increase in sales, setting a new benchmark in their market. They moved their sales efficiency, they grabbed the market share, they lowered their cost per sale, and they drove improved profitability, all while increasing the productivity of their associates. Sounds great, right? Well, before you go and change everything at your dealership, let me warn you about a couple of misconceptions. None of what I'm saying here is about disregarding or discarding traditional methods, or change really for the sake of change. I hate that. If your strategies are working, keep using them. But if you've noticed that gambling big bucks is resulting in more train wrecks, it's because there is something new out there. But remember, digital marketing can be an amplifier of your success or your failures. AI though, it's a game changer. Think of it like tuning a car for a race. Wouldn't you want to stay current with trends and technologies to get the maximum performance? The automotive market is dynamic, and I know that you know that a rigid approach can lead to lots of missed opportunities. That's why I tell my clients to be ready to pivot and innovate when the market shifts. The digital market is ever evolving, and it turns out from time to time that products and platforms are BS. It just so happens that AI is not one of them. But when something that's actually transformative hits the market, and you're on the forefront of the industry, like I am, well, I have a long-standing philosophy that if we can't be in the top 5% of something, then I just won't do it. And what this does, it keeps us from sitting on the fence. Are we in? Are we out? When it's time, we go. After several years of watching AI, the time is right in 2024. When the magic happens, industries improve and growth continues. That's why I'm always looking out for new things. I do the learning so you can do the earning. And of course, I'm now sharing these concepts with you on this channel. And I consider that to be one of my greatest achievements over my 25-year career in the automotive industry. My ability to help industries, companies, and people grow. As a refresher, today we've gone over how to leverage data for smarter decision-making, how to maximize your ROI with AI advertising strategies, and how to navigate the digital advertising space more effectively. If you're equipped with these concepts, there's no limit to where your dealership can go. And on that note, if you want a team of veterans to help you implement all of these strategies and break any barrier that's stopping you from reaching new heights, well, there's a link below this video in the description where you can apply to book a call and see if you qualify to work with us. We can't guarantee a spot because we only work with one dealership from each manufacturer per area. So if you want to stay ahead of the curve in 2024 and do more, then check out the link below. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you want to find out more about how we helped one of our clients gain 7 figures worth of net profit during a 12-month time period, click on this video here.